So last night I watched the 4-hour interview that Sean Ryan did with Father Chad. It was so good. It was so good. It was probably one of my favorite interviews I've seen in a long time. I wasn't ready for it, truthfully. I wasn't ready for it. Spiritually, I wasn't ready. I was so taken back from myself in reference to listening to Father Chad speak and having such a full understanding of what he's talking about. Because me, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, even a year ago, would have watched some of this and been like, what in the world? And watching it last night, I was like, I had a full understanding of what he was talking about in reference to just the knowledge and wisdom that I carry now, based on everything that I've seen and I've been through in my spiritual understanding. And it just was so amazing to hear him talk about things in reference to the demons and spiritual warfare and the cults and the secret societies, and the understanding that people don't understand that when demons or evil move throughout this world, Christ also has an understanding of that too. And see, that's why I always say everything is working for your greater good, even the bad. And that's something that I had to learn throughout this whole thing. Because there for a little bit, I had I just didn't understand why things were happening in the way that they were happening until I went in and started realizing like, oh, okay, these are happening because I'm broken. This is happening with these people in my world because I have allowed it for so many years. This is making me feel this way because I don't feel great about myself. So it's then making me feel even worse. And so until I went in and started doing this spiritual work and this work within myself and my faith work within myself with God, and really start cleaning out the inside of me, and becoming somebody that I'm proud of. I mean, that's the whole culprit of when you're baptized and you're renewed and you go in and you change. You change your thinking, you change your thought process, you change your actions, and you see things differently. You just do if you truly allow your baptism to mean the true extent of what it is. And not saying you have to be baptized, I'm just saying if you truly allow your dark shadows in your healing to go through the way that it needs to, you have to hold up the mirror to yourself and look at it and truly look at yourself and be like, okay, why am I in a world surrounded by people that are making me feel this way, but I don't understand why it's making me feel this way? And then you start going through every feeling, every emotion, every action, and you start unraveling each part you played in it. Because every action, every situation, every tactic, there's always a part that they play and there's a part that you play. And 99% of the time, the part that you play is allowing it to get the best of you, is allowing it to get in that head of yours, is allowing it to take you off your course, allowing you to take you off your beaten path, whatever that looks like for you, because everybody has a different path. They have a different mission. They have a different purpose. And so we've lived in a world for years now, decades, where there's been certain people moving and operating in certain demonic things, and whatever that be, that's on their end. But their goal is to prevent people from seeing the truth that resides inside of them, right? And recognizing who God is, who Christ is, and what Jesus did on the cross, and recognizing the conscience that you carry inside of you and the power that resides inside that consciousness. So often enough, we give our consciousness power away to people, and you don't recognize how that slaps right back into your face as a slingshot, because you are the one that walks around knowing the things that you do. Whether so-and-so and so-and-so paid you, so-and-so told you to do this, so-and-so, whether it's to hang out with the cool kids, sit at the table with the mean girls, at the end of the day, it doesn't affect them, it affects you. It affects you because you carry that with you. And it's a hard, heavy thing to carry. And see, they know that. And that's why you have people that carry a consciousness in them that they're not proud of. And that's where you have the vengefulness. That's where you have the distractions. That's where you have the manipulative words. That's where you have all the tactics, all the illusions, you know, and it's hard. It's hard, but it was a beautiful interview, and I'm going to rewatch it because there was a lot in there. And I love Sean Ryan. I love his questions. I know it was heavy for him to swallow too, because there was a lot of information, a lot to gravitate. We live in our little bubble. I've always lived in a pretty bubbled world, in a pretty sheltered world. I've been surrounded by really evil things, but I've always remained in my bubble. Like, for example, like I still sleep with my blankie. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remain in my bubble. It's just helped me. It's helped me. I love this picture my grandmother took of me. This is me in my own little thought, in my own little world. You know, when I go to work, I pound it out. And I stay in my lane. I've just always never really been a competitive person. Now, there was a point in my life where it was hard for me to hold my tongue. When it came to ignorance, when it came to patience with people, 100%. I'm glad that this came up in conversation. Towards the end, when I was working at that company, because I was surrounded by people that were working against me, which always seems to be the case when I get working at these companies. It's so bonkers to me. I don't understand. You go in, you get a job, you do your job, you work together collectively as a team, you grow as a team. We are as good as your team. There's no I in team, right? But for some reason, in the last 10 years, the last 15 years of my life, I've always found myself working for people that get fluffered, and I work alongside people that are competing with me or creating work for me to be harder, but it's hurting us all collectively, not just me, you know what I mean? And so there was a portion towards the end where it just got so heavy with the young lady that I worked with at that company, because she was just doing weird stuff. And I just picked up on it. Like that last year, it just got really crazy. And so my patience would get a little bit ran thin. And so it was hard for me. I wasn't quite on the level that I needed to be with my emotional intelligence, and recognizing. And so I would spout out or, get grumpy or things like that. You know what I mean? And I shouldn't say, I never was rude or mean or anything like that. I provided constructive criticism, trying to help people grow in the way that I was told that I needed to. And then I would get in trouble. And so it's just little angles like this, and it's just one of those things, because I never, ever want to make people feel less than what they are. I've never been that way, ever. I go into my everyday and I would be the best version of myself. Even when I was battling my addiction, even when I was battling all of that, I still wanted to be the best version of myself. But I was also trying to know myself in a world surrounded by people that were just doing really crazy, weird things, And the only way for me to remove myself and truly go in and become the person that I was proud of was to resign from that company, let go of all my friendships, and go in and do the work in isolation, period. There was not going to be any other way around this. And God kind of constructed it that way. And I know that there's a lot of people entangled in this, and they're, concerned, and they're doubling down, and they have a lot of narrations, and they have a lot of things to say. And I'm okay with that. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's sad that we live in a world now that this is what we've succumbed to. But I'm not going to allow that to take away my faith or my hope in knowing that things are moving in a better direction, and everything that's coming to light at this mere moment today was designed to come to light right now. And more to come to light when it's time will come to light. The truth will come out. The proof will come out. It just will. Because it's outside of me. It's outside of them. You can't play God. You cannot play God. Period. Whether you believe in God or you don't believe God, whether you worship others, types of things, whether you're part of whatever, secret society, all this stuff, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you still can't play God. They know their time is numbered. They know their time is numbered. It is. It just is. And so that's why I always stress to everybody, it's you got to get to a place where you're on the right side of this.